are the most numerous mammals on Earth. In the 18th century, human population was around 1.2 billion. It swiftly increased by 5 times by the 20th century. Scientists predict that human populations will hit 10 billion by the year 2150. It prompts people to contemplate on a far-reaching environmental problem. Overpopulation refers to an undesirable condition where the population size of a species exceeds the carrying capacity of its habitat.
And now 40% of the Earth is devoted to feeding just one species, our own. That's kind of out of balance with the rest of nature.
So what are the causes for overpopulation? The lack of natural predator is possibly one of them. Naturally, predators and prey share a close relationship where their numbers are mutually inhibitory.
So the traditional view of predators is that they kill prey, so they can affect population sizes by removing individuals.
Almost every species has at least one arch-enemy. Then how about humans? Humans use their intelligence to create all kinds of destructive weapons to fend off invaders, and therefore they practically have no comparable enemy at all. In the absence of predators, the number of prey would soar uncontrollably, which is exactly what's happening on humans' skyrocketing population. Nevertheless, even without natural rival, humans die eventually. Thus, overpopulation can also be attributed to the extended life expectancy.
Well, we know that just in the last century, life expectancy has increased from people were only living 46, 48 years at 1900, and now average life expectancy is in the mid-70s and closer to 80. And right now, the maximum life expectancy for humans seems to be a little bit more than 120 years.
Relative abundant resources comparing to the past and the advancement in medical technology are probably another contributing factors.
The major drivers in the past have been better nutrition, so the absence of famines, the ability to fight infectious disease, so we no longer die from influenza or other contagious disease.
Increasing human life expectancy, together with the declining death rate of humans, result in an accumulation effect. Thus, human population continues to rise. It is common knowledge that human survival depends on food and water. But overpopulation of human beings could trigger a severe problem.
As the world's population increases, the urgency with which we're going to have to increase the amount of food we produce will increase. And so we need to double the amount of food that we have available to us as soon as possible.
And already today, more than 1.2 billion people living with water scarcity. Our prospects for providing water to nearly 3 billion more people do not look good.
Besides, overpopulation would also aggravate the pollution to the environment. Air pollution, water pollution, light pollution, soil pollution, and many others. In order to alleviate the overpopulation problem, we first have to examine its root cause: birth rate management. China's one-child policy is exactly a case in point.
The one-child policy required each parent to have only one child in urban areas, and then in rural areas you could apply for a waiver and have a second child.
The one-child policy was instituted in 1980 to correct the population explosion that happened during the Mao era, and immediately the fertility rate was chopped in half. It was successful.
But this policy also created problems such as unbalanced gender rate, forced abortions, and an increasing rate of abandoning babies. Another way is to move to another habitable planet, but whether or not we can find one is still unknown. All we know is that overpopulation will only exacerbate with time. This is a problem that requires much attention and proactivity to figure out a solution.